What is going on, folks? Will Turbin here. Fake Mike. Real news. What is going on, guys? Guys, this is going to be a scream for all screams, guys. We got a team. We got a squad here. So share this video. Get this video out. Thank you to all the old subscribers and new subscribers. This is open source. What up, Cop Watch? What up, Anne-Marie? What up, Ian? What up, Melissa? What up, Live and Direct Air? What up, Adam? What up, Cop Watcher 2? What up, everybody? Guys, we're going to go into this right now, and we've got the creme de la creme with us. It's like the over 9,000 power party never stopped, because this is like the addendum to the over 9,000 power party. So again, thank you to all the old and new people on this channel, the micers out there, everybody. We're doing it. So the moon. So let's start off with GOD. You're new to our channel here. This is your first appearance, your maiden voyage. Welcome aboard. Before we actually go to the GOD, ask them a couple questions. You have to go to God first, don't you? I mean, Jesus. I mean, we got stuff. We're gonna be doing FOIAs live on air here, guys, but not just in the US, in the UK. I might call the NSA if they're even open. Every time I try to call, they're closed. But God, tell people about yourself.
Well, I've been around in the background for some time. I've been watching a lot of the auditors. I started off in the American auditors and found it was also auditors in the UK. So big up to all of them. They're doing a great job. We just need to move forward together. And we've all got the same aim, whether it be over in the US or whether it be in the UK. We just want to make sure that our rights are protected.
That's absolutely right. That's all we want is our rights. Now, everybody knows Audit Them. We're going to save him for last because he's a superstar here. Everyone's favorite auditor, Audit Them, who encourages you to audit them. But you guys met for the first time the other day, my grandson auditing whales. Now, me and Auditing Whales were chatting behind the scenes with Theo and God and Anne-Marie and Bear Britain Audits. And Auditing Whales like, you know what? I got to FOIA some stuff. We got to FOIA this, that, and the third. And I was like, well, let's go live. We'll show the people how to do it. I've never filed one in the UK. And let's get Audit Them because he's the #1 FOIA in the history of ever. Auditing Whales, tell people about yourself. Tell people about your channel, how they can find you, and why we're going to do some FOIAs right now, please.
Freedom of information request. So anything in the public domain you can request. With any UK police force. I believe you could also do it in the US, but it's known as FOIA in the US. But yeah, I'm a 16-year-old activist / auditor, and yeah.
Yeah, man, check out Auditing Whales. He's got a great channel. He can find his channel and Audit Them's channel on FakeMikeRealNews.com, brought to you by Theo, the worldwide leader. Yeah, man, check out Auditing Whales. He's got a great channel. He can find his channel and Audit Them's channel on FakeMikeRealNews.com, brought to you by the replay. Shut the replay off or mute up because my voice is even more annoying twice than once, so I apologize. I'm going to try to deepen my voice. Welcome back to the Fake Mike Real News. And so Audit Them, please. I know you've been on this channel. I know you're super powerful. I know you're over 9,000. I know you're an international fashion icon. Tell people about yourself and how they can get in contact with you, your information, donate, and so forth. Audit Them, go ahead. Introduce yourself to the...
Hey, what's going on, guys? Your favorite auditor, Audit Them. The one who always encourages you to audit them.
Damn.
The best way you could reach out is through YouTube at Audit Them and or Facebook Audit Them. Cash App Audit Them, but I don't got that up and running yet. But the best way you could donate right now is by sending a Freedom of Information Act request in your local town, township, municipality, county. so on and so forth.
Great. Now let's get to Mellows. Mellows, welcome to the show once again. And someone was saying behind the scenes recently that Mellows is the most underrated person in this whole revolution. Millions and millions and millions of people need to know who this guy is. So who is this mystery man Mellows? The Million Mask March mystery man Mellows, eating marshmallows.
Who am I?
That's a deep philosophical question.
Yeah, who's anyone?
You're a combination of carbon and anyways, Mel's the man. Just take my word for it. He's awesome. So let's get into this. First of all, we'll start with what Audit in Wales wanted to do, and then we'll go on to Audit Them, because Audit Them already has some stuff he's been going through, and I've got some emails too. The Freedom of Information Act, I'll let Mellows and Audit in Wales and the GOD tell us colonist over here what it is in the UK, but the Freedom of Information Act, if I recall correctly, and you know what we're going to have to do, I'm going to have to read the first paragraph or two of the Illinois FOIA Act.
Yes, sir.
You know that. But basically, the Freedom of Information Act was put in the government's, in the U.S. government in the 60s, if I recall correctly, after there was a severe amount of mistrust for the governments. To put things in context, you know, you had all the assassinations in the 60s, you had the Vietnam War really starting, you know, a whole bunch of bad stuff, and the government was getting out of control. You had the OSS turning into the CIA, you had, pardon me, ooh, that was a good one. So you basically had the Council on Foreign Relations working with David Rockefeller in the White House, planning the post-World War, on and on and on and on. Dipsy, join up. So basically, it was created as a form of oversight. I mean, the fact that these government, I mean, some of the stuff's out there in broad daylight, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can get emails from your governor, your mayor, and stuff like that. So it's basically, you put in a request for information from the government. So a lot of it was supposed to counteract the unconstitutionality of the super state that was growing out of control. So Audit in Wales, tell people about, in GOD and Mellows, tell people about how it is in the UK and what we're going to start putting in right now.
Okay, so in the UK, anything in the public domain, so whether that's with the police force, the National Health Service, you can request through Freedom of Information, and yeah, that's it, pretty much.
Word.
You have to be specific in the information that you want.
Yeah.
Because they will literally send you what you want, and then if you put in a second one, it can be a little bit alphy, to say the least about it. I don't know what it's like in over in the States, because obviously I think it depends on how you have to make a request, but you don't have to necessarily do it this way that Audit in Wales is going to show you. You can send them the forces, the police forces, or anybody where you want freedom of information in any format. You can even do it via video if you want to, and send it to them. The onus is on, once they've got to reply to you within 40 days, whether or not they're going to give you that information. And this is all governed by a body called the Information Commissionaire's Office. And if any of the freedom of information requests go past the 40 days without good reason, then you can complain to the ICO, as it's called, and they will chase it, and it could lead to a hefty fine for the people that you've requested the information from if they fail to deliver without good reason.
Very good, and thanks for clarifying that. I'm actually going to. All right. Well, it's actually, before I get all up in it, let's read this, and then we're gonna go ahead and start FOIAing. I'm gonna have Audit in Wales. He can either share his screen, or I can just put he can just tell me what to type. It might be easier if you share the screen, but I'm going to read the FOIA of information, the Freedom of Information law here in Illinois. I'm not in Illinois, but my boy Audit Them's repping the Chi. And this will basically sum it up a lot better than I ever could. I love this, by the way. It's a great piece of writing here. And it's one of, I mean, I'm not a statist at all, but I mean, this is some of the best of the best when it comes to statism. Pursuant to the fundamental philosophy of the American constitutional form of government, it is declared to be the public policy of the state of Illinois that all persons are entitled to full and complete information regarding the affairs of government and the official acts and policies of those who represent them as public servants. That's the only thing I don't like. It should be public servants instead of officials. Besides that, beautifully written. And public employees consistent with the terms of this act. Such access is necessary to enable the public to fulfill their duties. This is our duty, guys, of discussing public issues fully and freely, making informed political judgments, and monitoring, auditing government to ensure that it is being conducted in the public interest. The General Assembly hereby declares that it is the public policy of the state of Illinois that access by all persons to public records promotes the transparency and accountability of public bodies at all levels of government. It is a fundamental obligation. This is they're obliged to do this of government to operate openly and provide public records as expediently and efficiently as possible in compliance with this act. So I say we FOIA the nuclear codes. Just kidding. All right, Auditing Wales, what are we going to do here? What do you want to FOIA today, young pimp?
Okay, should I share my screen?
Please do.
Okay.
All right, I see your screen up there. Let's put it up. Oh, hold on. All right, here we are.
Okay, so let's do South Wales, please, because that's the area I'm in. And then English. So every UK force website is based the same. So request.
Before you even get there, I mean, she's got way too much makeup on. And I say this for guys too, but this is like one of the things. She's got those eyebrows are like painted on. And why is she wearing a Masonic cowboy hat? Looks weird. Continue.
Okay, and then information about the police, about yourself or someone else. And then you have 4 options. This is a SARS request. It's a subject access request. A freedom of information is information about the police. And then it will give you 2 options: statistics and data or information. This is a freedom of information request.
This is a 16-year-old boy teaching us stuff, guys. This is a 16-year-old boy. So big shout outs to this young man. There's no excuses. If what this young man went through, he could have used that as an excuse to be a little bitch, but he didn't. Now instead, he's teaching us stuff.
Make an online FOIA request. Start. And then you fill out the request. So and then once you fill out the request, it then asks you for details, and then that's it, pretty much.
All right. Well, let's fill out a request, and I want to see the details that they ask. Let's see if we can do this anonymously. If not, we'll stop sharing your screen at that time. But let's at least fill something out here.
Okay.
Oh, in the UK, they're supposed to answer questions, or
I think let's audit them. How about we let audit them phrase this? Don't hit next yet. Don't hit next. It just says how many officers are currently employed by South Wales Police. No, let's do something better than that. No offense. Let's do something like, please provide any and all the criminal record of any and all employees currently employed by South Wales Police.
You would only be able to ask the number. You wouldn't be able to ask for any details.
I would put list
Wait.
roster.
Hold on. Do this and then let audit them. He can probably say it better. Please provide any and all information pertaining to the criminal record of any South Wales Police. So please provide any and all information pertaining to the criminal record. Oh, you got it. But now audit them. You're better than me. That's a pimp ass hoodie, by the way. Okay, what do you say? Or what should we request? We can do a new one. I just want to do like who cares how many people work there? No offense,
Next.
Or you could, another one that I always like to do too is we could do another one is over here we call it internal affairs. I don't know if you guys have a thing. Internal affairs in the United States is basically a division of the police that investigates the police and finds the police innocent.
Over here it's called professional standards.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Or you could look up a specific officer or any officers right now and their professional conducts, but I think that's a pretty good one too.
And then next, when it decides to, and then it asks your first name. These are mandatory. Your first name.
It's saying that your shit is mandatory over there. You're gonna give a name, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, don't type that in on screen. Go to type that in. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, you don't have to give your real name. It just asks for a name. So if the name is part of your email address, you can get away with it.
Yeah, if I've used Auditor in Wales for an FOI request before, and they've said that they can refuse to treat the information as an FOI request because they believe that my name is basically fake.
What are some of the things that you FOIA'd before auditing Wales?
Statistics about the police, how many officers are employed by them, all the vehicle names, registration, stuff like that.
What about you, audit them? Tell people, I mean, you've been FOIAing your ass off. What are some of the things that you FOIA'd?
Well, you know what? Right now, I'm in the process of getting internet browsing history.
Ooh, that's a good one.
But the thing is, there's some.
That's a really good one. You can watch all. Wow, that's a good one, audit them. That's smart.
There's a few agencies that are denying the request and using some type of a fairy tale exemption.
What are they saying?
You know what? I gotta go to the exact record. They're saying it does not fall under the exact statute. But if you go to here, let me go to the exact.
So the NSA can see all your browsing history, but we can't see their browsing history. Okay.
No, here, watch this. So are you on the Freedom of Information Act of Illinois? The first two paragraphs. If you scroll down to are you able to put it on your screen there?
Yeah,
where
it's on screen now.
Okay, where it says subsection C, public records means, listen to this. Public records means all records, reports, forms, writings, letters, memoranda, books, papers, maps, photographs, microfilms, cards, tapes, recordings. And this is what I believe falls under.
Yeah, it's under electronic communications.
Right. Electronic data processing records. That's what's internet browsing history. So I got internet browsing history from Defaniac Springs, Florida. I got some internet browsing history.
Okay, so tell people about what you found.
Well, you know, in the internet browsing history, everything seemed to be on clock dime. You know, nothing seemed out of the ordinary. There was some internet browsing history for I think some sports events was not government related. You know.
Interesting.
However, when it does say internet, and when it does say electronic data processing, it also says electronic communications. What would you think in internet browsing history is? That's electronic communication. That's electronic data processing records. Materials pertaining to the transaction of public business, regardless of physical form or characteristics. So when they're on clock dime going through internet on a government issued device, that's regardless of physical form or characteristics. They never used a specific exemption. It was just some fairy tale. I have 1 zillion emails, so I got to really go back and find out what email I sent it from, where they sent the fairy tale exemption. But
Yeah.
you know, they were just using wordplay to try to not send the records over. You know.
Yeah. All right. So let's go to the chat for a sec, because I have tons of things. I'm still waiting on tons of FOIAs. And we'll FOIA a couple things here, and I'll open up some of these emails that I've had that I've gotten back from FOIA requests that I've done that I haven't covered on air. I'll just go through my notebook to find where those passwords are, because there's a whole bunch of them. Eyes on the Audit. Everyone go over to that channel, subscribe. Eyes on the Audit. News Now Yorkshire, join up if you'd like. Lori, I can put it out there if you guys want to join up. So where? What do you guys in the panel? What do you guys in the chat want to see us FOIA here, either in the UK or the US? And maybe audit them if you want to go over a few of the FOIAs that you've received lately.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you know, right now I was reading through the Illinois compiled statutes through the county code, and I noticed that a state's attorney is required to have an oath of office, along with the recorder, along with the clerk, you know, the sheriff. Almost all representative elected officials from the county are supposed to have a oath of office. So those are real good to have in case, you know, you have to use them.
You know what I found was interesting, Audit Them, was when we and you, and everyone check out our video on his channel. I know it's on my channel called like Mayor Karen locks us in a vault or something like that, but it's like Mayor Karen. So we went into Woonsocket, which is in Rhode Island, and we did some audits and we did some FOIAs, and basically this lady locked us in a vault for like 15, 20 minutes, incredibly annoying, and I was getting claustrophobic AF, tried to keep my comments back. They told us there that they don't take oath of offices in Woonsocket. Do you believe that's true? Do you think that's true? Do you think that in Woonsocket they don't take oaths of offices, or was that person unaware? Do you think, Audit Them?
No, you know, the what's her name? The clerk from that municipal corporation, she's you know, using wordplay. She's choosing her own wordplay to try to exempt things. You know, we have to look back at the exact specific responses from the FOIA officer, from the clerk. And if you go, like I asked her a few times from a few different emails to send me a list roster of all the employees. However, she's saying that it would take 4 hours to gather that information. So if you think about it, what municipal corporation does not have that readily available? You know, that's
the one thing. That's like literally the one thing about your job is your oath. Your oath to protect our rights. Your oath to uphold the Constitution. That's like the literal, your only job duty. Your only job duty. You don't have that readily available?
Yeah, right. You know, it's bogus. They're just being tyrants, as you stated. They are being tyrants.
Absolutely. All right. Before we continue with some of the FOIAs, and if anybody wants to tell us what we should FOIA, we can FOIA anything anybody wants for you in the chat right now. Maybe you have a personal beef with somebody. Maybe you have something you want to look into or take up. Let's see. You know, if you guys don't put something in the chat, I'm gonna have to FOIA my own stuff. I got a list over here. I want to FOIA some NSA records here. I was thinking about FOIAing some extraterrestrial stuff. You guys know I don't really get into that, but now that the government's been saying that extraterrestrials are real, I'm very curious as to why. So maybe we'll find something in the government documents like, here, we'll tell them it's real now, or I don't know. There's a whole bunch of crazy off-the-wall stuff. Like I've FOIA'd so many things at this point. Like, I mean, I FOIA'd all the police records around Tupac shooting in New York City. I'm still waiting on that one, New York City.
Wow.
So, go ahead. Whoever said yo, go ahead.
No, but you know, the best thing to do is read through the administrative code of Rhode Island. I'm on Google right now, but I'm not able to really locate the administrative code. Maybe General Assembly, Rhode Island General Assembly. Yep. You know, the Illinois one is real easy for the user to navigate through.
Yeah, actually, We the People, shout out to We the People. Those two guys doing great work out there. FOIA Fauci says says We the People. And, you know, that's how we found out about FOIA, about Fauci's emails. They weren't hacked. They weren't leaked. They were FOIA.
Yeah.
They were FOIA, right? So we, you know, we've already summoned, we did his old emails. Maybe we find out about his new email. So we'll write that down. We'll FOIA Fauci. I'll think of something to do there too. All right, let's see. Okay, Melissa's got one in the chat. I was waiting for this. Judge Donna Davenport. Let me write that down. Judge Donna Davenport.
Oh, that's the judge that recently got indicted or arrested for arresting children.
What? All right, what should we FOIA about her? All right, so let's see. She's in I'm going to start sharing my screen here, so bear with me. And this is just a chill stream. I know there's a lot of different people going in now here, but I think it's important. I think this is an important stream to do. So we're going to kick it. I'm usually like high paced. Maybe I just haven't finished enough coffee. So we're going to take it slow. All right, so let's see. So she's in Tennessee FOIA. I can't spell Tennessee, huh? This is a law itself, I think.
Look at private chat, Will.
Sure.
Yeah, but you already know that you know, the FOIA Act in the United States is not for answering questions. It's about obtaining records.
Yes, exactly. So, yeah, I know. I'm thinking of what I would ask them and putting that into a request. You're absolutely right. So we got it here from Auditing Wales in the chat. This is who we're talking about. So yeah, let's first find out who we're talking about here, right? And I'm gonna, after this, we'll scan the news. This is from Rutherford County, Tennessee.gov /juvenile court / Judge Scott Davenport. So let's learn a little bit about her. Judge Donna Scott Davenport began her education in Tigerville, South Carolina. Blah, 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 blah. Master's degree, blah, 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 blah. Georgetown, interesting. You guys know who runs Georgetown. I remember when I confronted Hillary Clinton there, she was accepting a Hillary Clinton award from the Hillary Clinton people. Some crazy shit. Oh, so interesting. She took a job as a part-time referee, now called magistrate. You notice that, and I'm glad we're going down this here, because referee and guys, jump in at any time here. Referee and those are not judges. That's not a judge. That's different. So when you're going into this family court, and this is one of my number one issues. So we're gonna have to go here, right? This is juvenile family court, right? Family court is not the civil court. It's not criminal court. That's why these people are usually not judges. They're referees. They're magistrates. This is one of the biggest, if not the biggest problem in the Western world. I don't know much about the other parts of the world, but they can literally come to your house without a warrant, take your kids away indefinitely in some cases, which I've witnessed, then put them with abusers, which I've witnessed, without a warrant. And then if you're lucky enough to go to court, it's not in front of a jury of your peers, as the Constitution prescribes. It's not an open court where people can come and see you. It's completely untraditional. And then when they warrantlessly, extrajudicially take your kids, they give them with the worst of the worst people. And these people, right? So that these people are referees, they're magistrates, and they're politically appointed. They're not under. They're not up for election. Appointed.
Look, bro, the way that I look at it, the real judges are the ones who have jury trial with, the people sitting on the 12 seat. Those are the real judges in the federal court. They
don't even want you to get that far. They don't even want you to get that far.
Yeah, so, right. They want to deal with the little county administrative fuckery because they, are doing an administrative procedure, quasi-judicial.
Let's see what they say about her in news so we can just see.
And then they skip the Constitution because the Constitution says you have what is it called? The due process.
Absolutely. There's no due process. That's the whole point. No, you may not do that. All right. This is the article from ABC News. And keep in mind, as we always do, ABC News are the same people that covered up for Jeffrey Egg Salad. We have that confirmed on video. They also lied about weapons of mass destruction. They're taking their money from Big Pharma and the military industrial complex. However, take that with grain. Judge faces criticism following report that black children were illegally jailed in Tennessee County. 11 children were charged with a crime that doesn't exist, the attorneys say. I gotta read this one. Thank you very much for bringing this to my attention. I've not heard about this. There's renewed criticism of a juvenile court judge in Rutherford County, Tennessee, following a joint ProPublica and Nashville Public Radio report that alleges Judge Donna Scott Davenport oversaw a juvenile system where black children were disproportionately and illegally. What do I always say? Isn't that like the things that I always say? Illegally hit with criminal charges. The investigation centers around a 2016 incident where 11 black children, some as young as 8 and 9 years old. Yeah, so we're gonna FOIA her emails. And anything else, guys? What else should we FOIA besides her emails?
No, listen, go for the internet browsing history. Okay,
so we're gonna do emails.
Go for the
internet browsing history. What else?
Yeah, go for litigations, all closed and completed litigations. Request any photos she has on government clock dime, like her ID photo.
Okay, all right, let's start. Let me hook up this. Oh, I wasn't even sharing screen with you guys this whole time? Shit, my bad. Idiot. Sorry, I'm reading an article and I'm not even as I was doing. Sorry, guys, this is the article right here. Sorry about that. But this is the article. All right, so now let's bring it up. All right, let's see here. All right, so now we're going to do a TENNE. How do you spell tennis? Oh, whoa, what happened?
10 IC.
You're the only 10 I see. Doesn't make a difference. I don't have to learn how to do it because I can just Google it. All right, so let's see. Find your state. Oh, this is just the laws. Let's see. That's a sample request. I don't want a sample request. I'll just give us a real fucking request, idiot. Here's a pretend one you can do and not really do. See, that's a sample. There should be like an online portal. What the hell?
Nah, bro, go to what county is she in?
She's in Rutherford County. Should I put Rutherford County in there too?
Yeah, put Rutherford or however you pronounce it, county clerk email, and send it straight to the clerk email. Forget about the portal.
Okay, Rutherford County clerk email. See, he's the mastermind of all this. And that's right. It's always good to do one online, but it's also good to follow the exact person because then you can FOIA that too.
Yeah, right. Not only send it to the clerk, also send it to the state's attorney. You know, the one walking around with an Esquire pencil.
All right, so would it be this here, the Chancery? That's the Justice Center. Yeah, right?
Yeah, Chancery. No, don't go through the circuit court. Go through the county clerk.
Okay.
Type in clerk and recorder. Clerk and recorder.
Recorder?
Yep. So Rutherford County, Tennessee clerk and recorder email, and it should be .gov or whatever .net, or if they're bogus .g at Gmail.
I think that's her, Heather Dawbarn. Now let me scroll down.
Yes, indeed. Because a lot of times the county clerks are also FOIA officers.
Yep, public record. Yep, you're right.
And,
all right, so it looks like her email's right here. Got it. All right.
Beautiful.
Okay. Copy, send a little copy. Hold on one second. I'm gonna pull up my Gmail, but I'll put it on screen in a sec too. But maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I can. Is there any? I don't really think I. If you got nothing to hide, you got nothing to hide.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful. That's a .gov email.
Yep. All right. So let's see. Compose.
I try to avoid the portals, bro. The portals are garbage.
For
I always go direct through the clerk.
I'm just gonna put my email on screen because who gives a fuck, right? There's nothing there. I'm not doing anything bad. All right, so. Oh shit! I just lost that email by accident. Idiot. Come on, baby. Son of a bitch, I'm gonna have to figure that out again. Hold on one sec. One sec. All right.
I'm going on my channel now, doing a live stream just to tell everybody to come in on this channel so they could participate.
Appreciate it. Yeah, we'll start pulling our asses off. After this one, I'm gonna let you guys take the helm here. Take the reins. All right, so we got her copy. All right, now we're gonna go ahead. Welcome to my Google Workspace copyright claim. It's the first thing you see.
Hey guys, make sure you go to Fake Mike Real News channel on YouTube. Fake Mike Real News. We are live streaming right now this second. We got a few guests on here from the United Kingdom, along with Wilty from Fake Mike Real News. We're going over some freedom of information. So make sure you log out of this channel, log out of Audit Them, and go to Fake Mike Real News. We are live streaming this second.
Can you guys see this on screen? No, you can't. It's not on screen. All right, so here's what I'm typing, and then you guys tell me if I did a good job or a bad job. Hold on. All right, so I'm typing here. Good evening. Oops. A little bit of rapport building. All right, so I am requesting any and
No, bro. Change the title. Sometimes they don't use FOIA. Put public record request.
okay. Wish it was
I always put the letters FR for FOIA request or PRR public record. That way they know this shit is for real, man. Guys, make sure you log out of this live stream here. Log out of Audit Them and go to Fake Mike Real News. Again, we are broadcasting live this second. We're going over public record requests nationwide, worldwide, investigating corrupt judges, attorneys, so on and so forth. If you have any special requests you'd like us to submit, make sure you hit the comment section on Fake Mike Real News at this second. I had some clown call me about an hour ago and he said, yeah, is this Anthony Lopez? I said, yes. He said, okay, back off of sending FOIA requests to Illinois counties. And I hung up on him. Like we're just supposed to not abide by the laws and the statutes. We don't have the rights. It's probably a government official, trying to conspire,
Absolutely. All right, so here's what I'm requesting. And I'll say thank you. Respectfully. I'm going to even respect that person. Right. Good evening. I'm requesting the last 20 sent and received emails from Donna Davenport. I'm also in need of the last 6 months of internet browsing Mr. Donna Davenport, as well as any and all completed litigation over the period of the last 6 months. And the reason I put 20 instead of any and all emails is because they say, that's too burdensome, that's so cumbersome. Guys, what do you think? That's good? Should I add anything? Should I take anything away? Should I rephrase anything? Thoughts, criticism, feedback? All right, so we're going to send it. We're going to send it. And then, bam, it has been sent. Message has been sent. All right, great. So actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop my screen sharing for 1 second. Word 'em up, TV. All right, so I was just taught how to do it that way. And, all right. God and Mellows, if you guys want to take over for a sec and check in with the chat for me, I'm going to run to the other room, and we're going to continue some plays. You guys are at the helm.
So where are you folks from? You guys are from the United Kingdom. What what part of the United Kingdom are you folks from?
I'm from Wales.
Wales, yeah.
And the other two are from England.
All right. Apparently, I can't leave you guys alone for 2 seconds. So we're back. All right. What are we gonna FOIA right now? Oh my God, I'm hurt right now. Shout out to We Are Change, guys. All right. It's time to FOIA some stuff.
Fake Mike. Judge Keith E. Russell, Mesa, Arizona judge that possibly owns Circle K. I heard about that as well.
Okay.
Where the auditors keep getting arrested. Oh, so he's doing what is that called?
Judge Keith E. Russell. Let me just see if we can do that from a Google search. We might be able to find that on a business, the Secretary of State website. Judge Keith E. Russell.
Conflict of interest. That's probably a conflict of interest.
Okay, so let me share my screen again. Okay, all right, so, yep, he is there. Now let's see if we can go to the Arizona Secretary of State. So we're going to say Keith Russell. We're going to copy and paste that name, but copy and delete. So we'll go to Arizona Secretary of State. Oops. There we go. Yep. Businesses. Oh, in-person service suspended to further notice. Right.
So, there's a statute in Illinois under the FOIA Act that specifies if you send over a request for, let's say, whatever the request is, right? And the agency does not respond to your FOIA willfully and woefully, then they have to send you all the records that you submitted at zero cost. So let's say you request 1 zillion records, which is the entire career of the assessor's emails. If they don't respond to that, that means they have to print out 50,000 pages. You go ahead and rent a U-Haul truck, pull up to the town, and they have to load up all those files with costing you zero.
This is weird. It's not giving me like a thing where you can search. I'm saying does not record corporations or LLCs for the state of Arizona. That's weird. It's the first state of a machine like that.
Do the same thing, bro. Find out what county the judge is in and go through the clerk.
Yeah, but we want to find out if he owns a private business. So we typically go to the Secretary of State.
Oh, no. The best way to do that is go through the town's GIS. Go through the GIS and punch in the address in the GIS, and then it's going to show you a PIN number.
Yeah, good point. We the people. Is it the town of Mesa where the Circle K is? What city or town is the Circle K in?
Yeah, well, what's the address? What's the address?
Yeah, what's the address of the Circle K? If you could put that in. And Melissa, yeah, everyone, I haven't watched the latest Dr. Shiva video, but I support Dr. Shiva. We've interviewed him many times. He's a great friend of the show here. So go check out Dr. Shiva's new video. I probably will myself too. I will do that myself.
Man, I'm telling you, he got a little bit of his style from you, bro. I'm telling you.
No, Dr. Shiva been a beast since before I was born. But he's been protesting since like the early like 1980s. He was protesting stuff. So So yeah, if you guys want to give us the town or whatever, we'll go ahead and pop that in. All right, God, what do you want us to audit? What do you want us to play right now? What do you guys want to talk about? We can change the subject up for a second too, so we get it all there. All right, I'm going to change the subject briefly, until we get some more FOIA requests. This is something I've been wanting to cover for a long time, and I've already lost it. Yeah, no, I got it.
Oh shit, I forgot to mention, bro, if you could have attached me on the CC correspondence to those FOIA requests.
Okay, that last one I did not, but when I get them in, I will. And from now on, I will CC you on. All right, let's take a quick break of FOIAing. Take a 5-minute break here. This is an article I've been waiting to cover. The incredible origin story of CRISPR. And now I have this from, wow, it's already 10 days ago. It's been on my tabs for 10 days. I haven't read this article, but we've covered CRISPR on this channel. And then after this, I'll read this article, and I want to open it up to my panel here to see what they think. The development of the revolutionary gene engineering tool, CRISPR, is a tale fit for the big screen. Okay, so we're going to have a movie like that. Key takeaways. CRISPR is a gene engineering technology that uses sequences of DNA and their associated proteins. You keep hearing that word a lot now. Proteins. I'm not going to go into far and expand upon that because of this channel, but edit the base pairs of a gene. Fundamentally, you're playing God, which is, you can say farming is playing God, right? So there's arguments there. I'm not a Luddite.
You said farming is playing God, bro?
Well, so I'm glad you asked that, right? Because some people, we're literally editing DNA. So some people will make the argument that you're playing God. Say we're not supposed to play God. I don't know, but that makes it pretty controversial. My problem is when these sick freaks have it in their hands and they're editing DNA. They're basically the new age version of eugenics. And then so people have argued back to me when I've said this is playing God. Well, they'd be like, well, honestly, farming is playing God because you're changing the world in a way that it wasn't meant to be. And so there's arguments to be made there, and I'm not the one to figure out the answer to those. I'll try, but I don't have those answers. So that's just stuff to think about, I guess. The controversial tool has many potential applications, including eliminated diseases. Isn't that what Hitler wanted to do? He was like, we're just going to kill a few people. We'll kill the gays. We'll kill the autistic, the neurodiverse. We'll kill the mentally handicapped. We'll kill, let's just add Jews to it, too. Let's kill the blacks. Let's kill the Catholics. Eliminating genetic diseases, having a super race of Ubermensch. The origin story of CRISPR highlights how groundbreaking discoveries can emerge from run-of-the-mill research. Okay, we could actually listen to that article. This is another video. All right. Science is a lot more boring than is commonly portrayed. Yeah, we know. Large corporations and governments give scientists money, and they do what they say, following orders. Movies often show montages of bespectacled scientists scribbling notes, probably on a chalkboard, before they finally punch in the air of delighted revelation. Or maybe they show a huge team of researchers spending years on some scientific problem. And then the protagonist turns the blueprint upside down and says, everyone is amazed. It's actually pretty funny. The reality of science is far more prosaic. It is years upon years of hard graft, dead ends, worrying about funding. 97% of scientists agree that government scientists agree that climate change is bad. It's happening and you're bad. Worrying about funding, conferences, more dead ends, more hard grift, and a whole lot of collaboration with big government and big corporations. As you can tell, guys, if you're scoring at home, this is I'm not reading this word for word. And as I usually do, the article about a big think, hard science, CRISPR, scoring at home if you're playing at home. I hope you are. Science is less about eureka moments and lone genius. Is more about standing. We know what it is. Blah 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 blah. The surprise. Story starts in 1987. It should have started 4 paragraphs. Japanese research headed by Yoshizumi Ishino was researching the microbe E. coli. They wanted to explore a particular gene called EAC. This mysterious gene was unique, consisting of blocks of 5 identical segments of DNA divided by unique spacer DNA. But because this was the 1980s and the technology wasn't sophisticated yet, the Osaka team didn't really know what to make of the observations or what to do with them. 15 years later in the Netherlands, a team headed by Francisco Mojica and Ru Jansen of Utrecht University renamed these sandwiches of IF to CRISPR, which means clustered, regularly interspaced, short palindromic repeats. What Mojica Jansen et al. Discovered was remarkable. These genes encoded enzymes that could cut DNA. Still, no one knew why this happened, and the implications of it weren't fully appreciated. 3 years later, Eugene Koonin at the National Center for Biotechnology Information noticed that these unique DNA bits and spacers look remarkably like viruses. And so Koonin theorized that certain microbes were using CRISPR as a defense mechanism. It was a bacterial immune system. He suggested that bacteria use CRISPR as enzymes and then feed them into their own cut DNA, where they acted as a kind of bacterial vaccination. I love how they take real stuff that happens in the biological world and so it's almost like a vaccination. I can't even say this word. Hey, get mad at Big Think, guys, if you're taking this channel down. Or like an immune system memory. I'd say more like an immune system. It was left for microbiologists to put all the weird names here to prove Koonin right, because they're not from America, and anything doesn't happen in America, I don't know about it. America. CRISPR was really cutting and pasting DNA. The implications of this were rather lost on biologists. Baranju himself used and monetized. Oh, he's bad. He's monetized this technology to make a virus-resistant bacteria for young employer Daniel. On the other side of the country, at the University of Berkeley, these findings were being read by 2 people who would transform CRISPR technology. Jennifer Doudna and Emmanuel Charpentier. Doudna and Charpentier were experts in the field of RNA, the blueprints created by DNA that act as a messenger required to encode all of the proteins of life. What they discovered is that CRISPR system could be reprogrammed. We're going to reprogram life to cut and paste not only virus DNA, but also whatever isolated DNA they wanted. Hey, you want to bring Jurassic Park back? You want to have a saber-toothed tiger mixed with a man, bear, pig, Bigfoot? Go ahead. You want to get we want to get rid of all diseases, and this particular that would be great. You could just gene edit out all of the Uyghurs in China. Or what does reprogram really mean? First, we have to understand that CRISPR not only cuts and pastes virus into DNA as its own DNA, but also uses information to cut up data and viruses and prevents them from replicating. And then it goes on to here. I'm not going to read the whole thing because my voice is annoying as much as it is, and you guys can go into. I'm basically covering the whole thing here, though. Oh my God! Right? So, I'm reading all of this to tell you this is. That's the long story short. It's an interesting story, but what's more interesting, and I want to open this up to the panel here, is the idea that we already have this here. This is something that's occurring. Yeah, we'll open up to the panel. And please tell me, guys, what's your take on CRISPR? Because not only do we have CRISPR, we've got more and more reliance on we're living in what do you guys see as far as this? And I'm gonna run, grab myself a snack, and I want to open up to the panel. So you guys take control. Don't be a moment of silence like I did last time. You guys know I had kidney stones, so I gotta pee a lot too. So yeah, go over that, and then if I'm not back by then, the address is on screen. So we'll audit them after everyone talks. If you can do your magic on that address, I'll be right back.
Yeah, sorry guys, I had to drop out in a minute. My neighbours kicked off and started screaming, so I had to mute the mic. Go ahead. God, what was you going to say? Oh, here we go. I'm not the best
So
YouTuber.
to we the people in the chat room, I looked up the GIS, and I had to go through the GIS through the county, which is Maricopa County, Arizona. And when I punched in the address through the real property parcel, his address is not showing up. So that's a flag there. You know, it'll probably take a little critical research, but if it's not popping up, this means let's look at the neighbor across the street. If the neighbor across the street from the gas station pops up and they show in the parcel, the surrounding neighbors show that there's a tax payment due to the county, this means that this judge and his property is not listed in the taxes, and he's not paying taxes to the property,
Wow.
which would bring up a flag, you know?
How often do you find that? Audit them. Hello?
Hi.
Oh, we've got... So AW, do you wanna show us what you were doing with your freedom, your subject access request?
Freedom of information request. I requested a few things. I need to request a few more. But yeah.
Okay, which ones did you do? Did you do the one you said the last one we were researching? I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I done that. I also
No
done
worries.
one. I also done I done two to a US overseas to the US.
Yeah.
And then I done some to like Essex police, stuff like that.
Brilliant. So how many did you do today? I don't even know how many.
I will tell you now. I done 1, 2, 3, 4. Today.
Yeah, that's definitely a red flag, Melissa.
Audit them? I think you can hear me.
Yeah, I done 15 today.
15? 15?
Yeah.
Wow. Nice one, man.
That's in the last like 3 hours.
16-year-old kid. Nice. I like it. I'd like to see more of it. About God, how many have you done any today? God. I lost God. His mic's gone.
Waiting for my internet connection to.
Okay. Right, so we've lost our main guys here, and we're left here. All right. Let's kick this off. What are we gonna do?
I just realized you could contact the White House.
And ask them what? Ask what are you going to ask Joe Biden?
I don't. What should I ask him? It's asking me for my address.
Yeah, I bet it is. I bet you any money you won't know the answer. I'll circle back to you. What's it? What is it? Saki likes to say, I'll circle back to you on that one. I always will. So what would you ask Joe Biden and his administration if you had the chance?
Did they fiddle with the elections?
Are you expecting to give you a straight answer? All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Nah, probably like I don't know.
I'd like to know how he's still walking. Guy's like 150 years old, isn't he? I don't even know how old he is.
15.
I couldn't hear that. God.
Oh yeah, definitely more red flags. The flag waving, the more you dig in, the more flags rise. You know, the more
No,
flags.
part of my employment. Look, yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah,
Cutting out a bit.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, my internet's on.
Not anymore.
Corey K, you're waiting for the host to get back. He's the man of the
I
show.
hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay. Still having mic trouble? Right.
For the rest of the guys in the chat room here from the UK, could you type in your YouTube channel in the comment section and or Facebook? I'll make sure I go check you guys out on all the social sites.
Thank you, Audit, then.
Audit them. I already have you on Facebook.
So, did we get God back? Has he got his mic fixed? No.
What's up, guys? Did we figure it
Hi,
out?
mate.
Did we
Yeah,
figure
I
it
think we lost God's mic, and yeah, glad you're back. I was trying.
out? Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us for a sec. Yeah, I appreciate that. Cheese and crackers. All right, let me take a sip of my tea here. Tea for the British, coffee for the Americans. All right, did we figure out where the Circle K was? No, right? Corey K. What specifically did I say that was factually incorrect? What's Corey K? Why don't you come on the stream live and have a debate with us right now? Why don't we do it? All right, I'm gonna go look up that Circle K. I got the address right here. Let's see. Sure.
Hey, fake Mike, I gotta fly, bro. I really thank you for having me in here. I gotta cut it a little bit short tonight. Great being in here with all the other guys. Hopefully we link back up real soon. And salute to everybody in the chat and everybody participating.
That's right. Everyone go subscribe to Audit Them. Tell them good old fake Mike sent you. Everyone go over to Audit Them's channel. Audit Them on YouTube. Audit Them. Audit Them. Audit Them. Audit Them. We love you. Come back on real soon.
I wonder if I'm being flagged.
Oh, God, you're back.
I don't
God
want
is
anything to
back.
upset anyone today.
Thank you, bro. Love you. Take care.
Love you, Pimp.
Take care.
Thank
God,
you, mate.
welcome back. God, welcome
You
back.
can hear me a bit.
You know,
or
God is
breaking up.
omnipresent. God, you're like the real God. You don't always answer our prayers, but we know you're there. And you don't care about, no, just kidding. I can't make that joke here. It's too hardcore for this. Too hardcore for this joke. All right. So let's figure out where the Circle K is, and then we can open it up to whatever. Oh, and then God is left, but he's always there. He's always watching.
Whoa.
No, the live is not getting shut down. I'm still rocking for a little bit more. But yeah, the most important thing is I when we audit, I mean, when we audit, when we FOIA, I like to share with other people too, because I really want people to FOIA. The more of us auditing, the more of us protesting, the more of us FOIAing, the more of us recognizing our rights, the more of us sharing videos, making songs and comedy about all this, the better. So,
If a 16-year-old kid can make 15 FOIA requests in one day, in 3 hours,
and this
anyone
kid goes
can do it, right?
exactly. This kid goes to school too. Like, he's not just sitting on his ass all day, right? And he does, 15, 16 FOIA audits. He does one for every one of the years he's been alive, a day, for life. You guys got to do this. We got to do this, right? We got to start. I'm not trying. For a long time, I used to shame people. No. But, and the thing is, now we've got a few people here, and the majority of people I'm talking to, they already do FOIAs. They do that, this, and third. So I rely on them sharing the feeds and encouraging other people to FOIA. So, all right. So we learned about CRISPR too, which I think is important. So yeah, Corey was saying, this is so bad and stupid. Okay, well, what should we do about all this, Corey? Do you have all the answers? We've got an out-of-control totalitarian government. We've got them funding scientists and saying trust the science, which is the opposite of science. We have gene editing, AI, Boston Dynamic. Anal swabbing. What do you want me to talk about? Do you want me to talk about Tampa Bay Buccaneers or the Boston Red Sox? Do you want me to talk about that? Do you want me to talk about Fortnite? You want me to do a TikTok dance for you? Let me unbox something, and then maybe it'll be on my dick. What do you want from me? What do you want me to do? All right, let's debate, Corey. What the topic? The topic is, what specifically have I ever said which is factually incorrect? Now, I've said a few, and I've admitted them too. So if you've been paying attention, because I know you have, Corey, you should know. But let's find out where the Circle K is while Corey points that out for me and tells me how stupid I am. All right, so let's see. Circle K. Get to typing. Circle K. 1105 West Main Street. I love how I talk when I'm typing. Mesa, Arizona. Mesa, Arizona. All right, and share my screen. See what pops up. Bam! Everyone go subscribe to Audit Them. He's like one of the biggest pimps of all time. All right, here we go. There's a convenience store. All right, see. MapQuest. How do we figure this out? Because it usually will be on the Secretary of State's. Who owns this? Let's see who owns. Let's type in who owns. If anybody has an idea of how to do this in the chat, let me know. I usually do it for the Secretary of State's, but as you saw, it says it doesn't provide that information. So then again, I'm not the world's brightest person. So who owns? Let's see. We may have to pay for this site. It looks like it's a pay for site. Let's just go one by one. Let's see. Do we have to pay for this? All right. 1145 West Main Street, Mesa. Arizona. Here we go. We got it. We got it. We got it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pay for this. I ain't paying. "15 seconds remaining." That sounds like a sexual encounter with me. All right, let's go. Here we go. Anything, nothing. Dead information. Oh, now 60 seconds remaining. Sorry, no, sorry, fuck that. I knew it was going to be that. That's a store locator. So, okay. Locator name. Oh, this might be it. No. All right, I'm lost. It would be on someone's LinkedIn. I don't know. Let's Google his name. Let's see, what's his name? What the hell is this guy's name again? Keith Russell. Keith E. Russell, right? No, can't spell Keith either. Here we go. Keith E. Russell. Phone fishing with Keith E. Russell in the Bahamas, huh? He's definitely there. Let's see if it says anything else. This is this guy's face. He's been involved in real estate, so probably, maybe, who knows? Let's see. It doesn't say anything much there. Let's see on his LinkedIn, and then if not, if anybody has any ideas, if not, I'm going to give it up. Wikipedia. Let's see what they say here. This is a great website, by the way. Gives you information on almost every politician. So look, we can see who financed them and everything. Owner of real estate, external links. Yeah. Obviously can't see his voting record. He's a judge, but if we picked up a congressman or somebody like that. All right, anybody got any ideas in the chat? If not, we're gonna have to figure it out. All right, thank God's back.
I'm backstage.
Yellow pages. All right, let's see. Yellow pages. Try that.
Well, you can hear me now.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, excellent.
All right.
I just posted a link in the private chat.
See, this is why I had to become an activist, is because let's see what we got here. Property records. See, Auditing Wales is running circles around me. My grandson, the student has become the teacher here. This kid's better than me. This kid's freaking good. Love this kid. All right, so here we go. Property records. This is from county office. Okay, see, they do it. And that's why. And now I think I get why it didn't come up on the Secretary of State, and it came up on the county. So that's what we have to remember, Will. Thank you, Auditing Wales. Everyone go to subscribe to Auditing Wales. Some good old fake Mike sent you. That's how you do it, right? Because apparently in most states it's by the Secretary of State, and that's how I'll typically look it up. But this one, you're going to do it by county. So let's take a look. See. Yep, take a look. Russell Enterprises. And that's Keith E. Russell, probably. I'd be willing to bet there. Yeah, so we know he owned. So we went and checked him out on the official website as well as Ballotpedia, and he does this. So let's look up Russell Enterprises Incorporated. Great find, Auditing Wales, saving me there. That's chess books. Let's see, Arizona. Buzz file. No. So yeah, we do know that this guy owns that Circle K. So we did it. I didn't do it. Yeah, it was all me. Just kidding. Auditing Wales, great find there. So yeah, So what's the story? This guy owns the Circle K. Is there any links or any information that we have on this guy arresting auditors? Who the auditors? What's going on here? Yes, we the people. Thanks, Auditing Wales, for his intelligence. Exactly. And there's a few other things I want to cover while we're here too, because I've just been leaving them up in my tabs. So we're going to now remove those tabs. And some of the things I'm going to say and some of the things I'm going to not say, you guys know how we do it here on this channel. Go to Demand the Truth 2, youtube.com/Demand the Truth 2 for all the hardcore stuff. And then we'll open it up again. Anybody wants to debate or whatever. Did Corey ever put what I said in the chat? Epstein meant to take no action after Prince Andrew review. Virginia Giuffre, then Victoria Roberts was pictured with you know who in 01. The Metropolitan Police will not take any further action against the Duke of York following review prompted by Jeffrey Epstein, accuser Virginia Giuffre. He is suing him for allegedly blah, blah, blah when she was a teenager. He's consistently denied. They did a probe, and basically, long story short, even though they've been photographed together, even though he's hanging around with everybody's favorite there, and he's hanging around with them after the fact, they said, you know what? Instead of believing all survivors, this young woman, even though this guy has several accusers, and this young woman has been vindicated, and here's a photo with them, and you guys know who's in the background right here. It's good old Jizz Face Maxwell. And the Met, and this is why Auditing Wales, this is why God, this is why Theo, this is why I do what I do, because the police, if a 16-year-old boy comes around taking pictures to see what's going on, to see what public officials that he pays for, his servants, are doing, well, we're going to assault and harass you. But when this guy, when he does naughty things to this young woman here, no. We're going to take no action. Oh, I remember. I couldn't have done it that day. I was at a pizza party. I was at Pizza Palace. I don't sweat. They apparently believe Prince Andrew doesn't sweat over this young girl. Oh, really? I thought we trusted all survivors. Apparently, we don't. So there's that. What do you guys think of that about our lovely Prince Andrew here?
Been dropped because he's royalty. Simple as that.
So basically, you can bone kids if you're royal. Nice.
In every way. I mean, but we had the CPS, Criminal Prosecution Service. If there isn't, if there's only circumstantial evidence or hearsay, then they would take that into consideration whether they're going to do a prosecution or not, and determine whether or not in the public interest. Is it in the public interest to put Prince Andrew on charge for anything when it's only circumstantial evidence? Unfortunately, only the press would make a mockery of Prince Andrew, and they've got to be very careful regarding libel. There's a lot of stupid legislation.
You're breaking up there, God. You're breaking up there, God.
Yes,
really bad.
There's a lot of stupid legislation.
All right, hold on, God. We cannot understand what you're saying at all. You're gonna have to hold on a second, maybe try to reconnect. I'm not sure. He was making great points right now too, but they're like it's a weird audio chop. It's like every time he tries to say a word, it's not going.
I do apologize.
All right, we're gonna have to go to. Yeah, please try to reconnect with us because you're on fire right now. Mellows, what's your take on all this?
I think I actually sent a few pictures of him sweating like a pig. As far as him not sweating, you know me. I've been hunting these creatures for a long time, and it just seems to be getting more and more and more. I mean, talk about pen lovely, you know what I mean? I mean, this is just an epidemic of extraordinary proportions. You know, this is just one of many. This is the one at the top of the tree, and he's untouchable. Can't do anything. Doesn't matter what evidence you got. Nah, no further action. See you later.
Thank you to
Despite her
amazing
testimony and how traumatic this
audits for
experience
sharing this
was for
video.
her, on cross-examination, Rachel had to admit.
All right, here's the next article here. Well, actually, first, Audit in Wales. As a 16-year-old boy, how does it feel that people like Randy, Andy, people like Americans, Jeffrey Egg Salad, who would routinely visit your country, Prince Charles, his buddy Jimmy Savile, how does it feel that knowing that these police will assault you for exercising freedom of speech, freedom of press, the freedom to peaceably assemble, but they're going to take no action on these guys?
To be frank, it pisses me off because while I get arrested for just standing recording, then people who are actually committing a crime are getting away with it because of their position or authority. So it's just annoying.
Yeah, I totally agree. So let's move on to this one here, and I'm gonna have like my tabs pretty much done by the end of this here, and then we'll go to the chat real quick and we'll wrap it up. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna do one more. Just show one more thing we already showed a few times, but we're gonna keep it up there. All right, more than half of U.S. killings by police go unreported. Study. So this is a new study that's come out, show that half of the killings by police go unreported. It's a very interesting article.
I'm not surprised, to be honest with you.
Go ahead.
I'm not surprised, to be honest with you.
Same.
Well, yeah, and the thing is, to make it even crazier, according to statistics that they are keeping, police in the United States kill on average about 3 people every day. And then now more than half, actually, it says more than half. So you got to say bare minimum that's 6 people a day that police will kill. And remember, police aren't supposed to kill anybody. They're supposed to arrest somebody, and then a jury of their peers will determine whether they're guilty or not. And in other countries, they don't kill people nearly like they kill people here in the U.S. Guys, why do you think that is? And why do you think that is like that in the U.S.? And I mean, how can these even go unreported? I mean, we'll talk about it in the article real quick, but what do you guys think?
All right, someone else go first.
Well, it's only 2. It's only me and Audit in Wales here, so.
Well, it's your media. It's my media. It's our media. It's this media. I mean, they control the narrative. Any story that comes out of this media is going to be a controlled, carefully scripted, and pre-prepared plan in order to coerce, program, indoctrinate all of us. So everything that comes out of the media, anywhere, any country, is going to be not exactly true. It's going to be a version that suits their goals, their specific needs, their narrative. They need to control the narrative. It's all about controlling narrative. Reality today is just, the person who controls that narrative. History will be written by these people. Everything that is happening and going on today will not be remembered in the future. It will be rewritten, and our children's children will be told some fantasy lie, unless we carve it somewhere in stone and remind our next generation after generation. It's down to us.
We have to make our own Georgia Guidestones.
Exactly. Make our own plans, just like they did.
Yep, just like the CFR, the Bilderberg, all those guys. Audit in Wales, what say you on this one? And before you get to it, Yorkshire says, do they have a racial profile of these killings? Yes. Black Americans were estimated to be 3.5 times more likely to die from police violence than white Americans. So, yeah. Audit in Wales, what say you?
I agree with Mallows in the sense that it is kind of our media controlling, or trying to control with propaganda, um, and trying to make us believe stuff that frankly aren't quite true. There's probably some truth to it, but there are a lot more lies. And
Yeah, you're exactly right, guys. Final thing we're going to cover here. We were having a talk the other day, and thanks to somebody in the chat, we found it because you guys know in the chat without you, I couldn't do any of this. So, United States means a federal corporation. We got the legal definition here, Legal Information Institute, Cornell. You ever heard of it? Cornell. So we are living in this, and that's something I said, oh, is that true? Is that real? I don't know. Mellows, any final points? I'm done with almost all of my tabs. I've never even seen my laptop looking like that in quite a long time. It looks beautiful. Any final points from you, Mellows? How can people help you?
All right.
In general, anything you want to talk about. Final points. There's no rush here, too, but just final points. I like going long, but sometimes like I usually can't go that long. But it's just like
Yeah,
we covered a lot of different stuff here, and we want to make any points. I wanted to get some of this information out about CRISPR and the and getting people how to FOIA and all that. So
yeah, right. I mean, this is one of the most important things right now. I mean, we don't have they have the monopoly on almost everything. So we need to basically play them at their own game. I mean, one of the things that that we can do that we don't is what Audit in Wales did tonight. He did 15 public records requests, which is going to put them under tremendous amount of pressure to deliver these requests on time. Pressure, these people, they don't like pressure. When they have to do their job, it's something that some of these people don't like to do, and they make mistakes, and then they catch themselves out, and then finally we can start cleaning up this place, get rid of them, replace them with people who can do the job, and then hopefully we can find some light at the end of this tunnel. I think it's a long shot.
I don't think it's a long shot, but I agree. We got to do any and everything non-violently to bring it to these fools. So thank you, Theo. God, I believe, are you here? Can you hear us now? Any final points? How can people help you? How can people support you? Get in touch if you want them to do that.
If anybody wants to get hold of me, by all means do so. Contact me on Discord or through Telegram now. If any, I don't know what the situation is, how it falls in the States, but we can request data access requests to anywhere that we've dealt with. So if anybody actually gets tied up with the coppers in any way, shape or form, or cops as you call them, make sure that you do an access request for it. I'm not sure whether it will still fall under FOIA requests for individuals, but any pressure you put on them works because they don't like it.
A subject access request is slightly different. That's for information on yourself. And then freedom of information request is for like general information about the police.
Yep.
All right, Audit in Wales, you're up. How can people find you? How can people donate? How can people help you out? Any final points?
Literally Audit in Wales, YT on pretty much anything. And any final points? Screw Randy Andy. That's all I have to say. I'm really sorry. But yeah.
Well, thank you for joining, and thank you. I mean, Auditing with Wales is the reason that we did this chat, this stream, so we could FOIA certain things, show other people how to do it, and more importantly, get rid of my tabs for my OCD. I want to thank Miranda Raw News again for supporting me behind the scenes. Thank you so much. Stop doing that. Everyone go over to Miranda Raw News and subscribe over there. Forget me. Go subscribe to Miranda Raw News. Find them over there. Auditing Wales, thank you. Mellows, thank you. God, thank you. Guys, we're going to keep reporting the stuff as it comes in. Got some new videos coming out this week. I got a whole bunch of unreleased videos, a whole bunch of stuff. Check me out on the radio show that we do on republicbroadcasting.org. It's republicbroadcasting.org, republicbroadcasting.org. We do that Monday through Friday, 11 p.m. Eastern to 1 a.m. Eastern. And you can find all the past casts. So if you go to republicbroadcasting.org and look up the Red Pill Hardcore Radio, you will see me and V. He's the host, and I'm the co-host there. It's all of our past casts. We got great past episodes. We've got tons of stuff, NSA whistleblowers, debates, everything that you could possibly think of. So go over there. Mellows has been joining us over there lately too. And so yeah, guys, thank you very much. We're going to keep it rocking. Find fakemikerealnews.com. That's where you can find Auditing Wales and everybody from Auditing America to James Freeman to High Impact Flicks to Titus to Memory Hole to everybody and everybody in between. It's the main central hub there. Go to fakemikerealnews.com. Fake Mike Real News. Night, folks. Evening, afternoon, wherever you're tuning in. Find Fake Mike Real News on all platforms. My links are in the description. Check them out. Peace.